Okay, everyone, another numerology report, and this time is on Tyler Perry. All right, let's get into Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry, born Emmett Perry Jr. I never knew that. September 13th, 1969. And let me tell you something. One, he has a 4 on his birthday, which is a indicator that he is a hard worker. However, the 4 is a 13-4, which meant that life did not come easy to him. And he also has a karmic debt of 13-4, which meant he was going to come to this life and struggle to build something. And from his story, he struggled to build something and was successful at building something, partially because he did not give up. Now, Tyler Perry, as a life path number, is a 20 broken down to a 2. The 2 is a good relationship number. The 2 is a good builder of relationships. The 2 is a number that puts things and people together. That has served him well when it comes to his profession. Tyler was born in September, which is a 9 number. That 9 number brings about the desire to impact the world and to have a desire to help the world. So from his mindset, his energy, the things that he does should touch the world, should impact the world, should make a difference. That's the energy that he carries with him. Now, let's look at him for his birth year. His birth year is a 7. People who are 7 are internalists, right? The 7s is seen as, 7 seen as the number of completion, because at that point you have reached this point of understanding yourself. So he has the 7 in his energy. That's going to be important later. So let's get into his life path number 2, birthday 4, karmic debt 4, his heart's desire. What does he want more than anything else? To have fame, fortune, power, money, to not have to struggle. The 8. That's the number 1 most important thing in his heart. Okay? How do people see him? People see him as the number 11. His personality is 11. People see him as someone that they could go to and learn from. People see him as a teacher. People see him as a person who can show them the way, show them the path. That's how people see Tyler Perry, because that's the personality that he gives off to the world. And his creativity, people see him as someone that they want to emulate. Okay, so I told you his karmic debt was 13, which means he owed the world some creative energy in the communication space. Before, he was not a leader in the communication space, or at least when he was a leader, he did not take that role to heart. He did not use his ability, his skill set, his things that he did appropriately. So this time around, as a leader in the communication space, in the creativity space, which is where the 13 is part of, he needs to take that responsibility and actually do good for the world with it, right? That's part of his karmic energy. But he also has karmic lessons. That means during this lifetime, he's going to learn something about the number 3. The number 3 is creativity, communication, using your words appropriately. The 3 is part of that family, the 3-6-9 family. And so manifestation, definitely part of that. But then he also has in his karmic lessons the 6, which is family. That's the second part of the 3-6-9. So in this lifetime, he's going to learn how to value family and to actually create things in the appropriate space and to actually nurture them appropriately. And he's going to have a lesson about money. And if I remember correctly, there was an article that came out at some point saying he was homeless, financially bankrupt or something like that at younger part of his life. But he had some struggles with money. Perhaps he has learned those lessons early because now he's very successful and hopefully he will continue on with his finances being strong for, as a person. Let's get at his challenges. He started out with a challenge of 5, not enough freedom in his life, but his challenge for the rest of his life is going to be his relationships. His challenge is going to be the people he hold close to him and building them up and lifting them up, and then how he interacts with people. The rest of his life, that's what he's going to be working on, his partnerships, his ways of communicating with people, and how he keeps them close. His life path at this point is a 7. The life path period that he's in is a 7, which is a time of introspection. This should be a time for him to kind of learn about his spiritual path, his spiritual belief, himself, what he believes in and how his overall life fits into it. Let's get into this numbers in his name, which tells us a lot. He doesn't have a lot of 5s, but he has a ton of 9s. He has like 4 9s and his full name. He has like 3 9s and his short name, his stage name with Tyler Perry. And he has 4s in his names. So Tyler is all about creating something on a massive scale. He's all about the world. He does have the ability to be a great humanitarian. I'm not aware of the different things that he does for his humanitarian efforts, but he has the ability to be a great humanitarian. The other side of that is that people who have the 9 energy could get so caught up in those things that they're doing on this big global scale that on the lower vibration, they could forget about the other people and not lift people up. I don't know where he falls on that spectrum because I don't know him as a person. This year for him is a 3, a creative communication type year, and it's a 5-month for him, another creative energy. So he could be very well working on a new project this year. You could see him put a new movie out this year. You could see him talk about a new television show this year because that's the energy for him. Tyler is 54. So let's see. And oh my God, he's in all this 5 energy. He just came out a big wave of 5 energy. And then when he hits 57 in 2 years or 3 years, let's see, September. Okay, so September he'll be 55 this year. Look in when he's September, so this is 24. So look for September 2025 to November 2025. Look for him to start having a shift and becoming a master teacher. His life is going to have a shift, and it is going to be something that the world sees, and look for that energy to be prevalent in his 57th through 59th year. Okay, that's what's coming for him. And that could mean he could come out and tell people whatever about his spiritual path. Look for him to have a big shift towards a spiritual teaching path in those 2 years. All right. I'm going to leave it there, except for, guess what careers are good for him? Career in music, career, goes along with that. Career in negotiating, career, anything where he deals with people, anything like that. So let's see the negative trait. The difficulties, the negative side of this person is they can have anxiety, and they could have bouts of outrageous rage and oversensitivity. Those are the negative side. The other negative side is not taking responsibility. Oh my God, Monique just called him out for not taking responsibility. But the thing is at his heart, he does really care about people. He is influenced by spirituality, whatever that means for him. Okay? All right. That's it for Tyler Perry. Bye.